Persisting in faith. As human beings, we are searching for our identity in Christ, eternally searching for our eternal identity, which can be felt and experienced in what we call the soul of man, about which Dostoevsky wrote the following to his brother Michael at the age of 18. Man is a mystery. If you devote your whole life to unraveling it, do not say that you have wasted your time. It is this secret that preoccupies me, for I want to be a human being. End of quotation. For every human being, his own heart is the arena where his spiritual struggle takes place. Those who wish to penetrate his heart will appreciate the words of the prophet David when he says, "The heart of man is an abyss." End of quotation. For the Russian writer, too, the soul is an unmeasurable plain where man alone cannot be held responsible for what happens there. This soul is like a mysterious palace with inexpressible admiration for what happens there, the experience of joys, but also a mysterious underworld with the experience of dark forces, passions and obsessions. Moreover, because of their freedom, humans are not always able to say yes or no. The individual's choice is often simply blown out of proportion. This is the mystery of the hidden human being, the mystery of each of us, which lies deeply hidden and yet is so alive. We want to explore this form from the experience that something is missing, that there is a deficiency. The dynamic process is encapsulated in the theology of the image from the Genesis. Let us make man in our image, for our likeness. A spiritual battle in the arena of our hearts, in the fiery furnace of the three young men. This spiritual struggle is a dynamic journey of love and sanctification, moving from image to likeness. It is a practical method with the Spirit of God as our teacher. In other words, man becomes the dwelling place of God, or better still, the dwelling place of God in man, of which Christ is the threshold of the sheepfold and the keystone in the dome of the church. He is the Alpha and the Omega. That is why our life must be vigorous and decisive, without too much fragmentation, because the Lord makes our life His life in us. If this existential dimension is missing, because sanctification implies holy asceticism. Our faith becomes a religion, a theory, a cultural syncretism. This dynamic process is the liberation of the old man, the fallen man, the passionate man, the mortal Adam. But we must not see man only in the old Adam, in the fallen man. We must first and foremost see man in and through Christ, the new Adam, in whom the old Adam is restored in the image and likeness. And yet there are moments of disappointment, discouragement and despair, even for the young Simeon, the later Saint Silouan. The revelation teaches us God is love, God is light, and in him there is no darkness, according to the first letter of St. John. How difficult it is for us humans to accept these words. Difficult because our own lives and those of the world around us are the obstacles and testify to the opposite. And yet, Job remains in us. But still, why have we been given this absurd life? And behold, the soul that hungers for God seeks him to say, why did you give me life? I am all suffering. Darkness surrounds me. Why do you hide yourself? I know that you are good, but why are you indifferent to my suffering? Why are you so cruel and so without compassion towards me? I cannot understand you, according to the words of the poor Job. On earth there lived a man who was all desire for God. His name was Simeon, the later Silouan. He had prayed for a long time, for years, shedding endless tears, and he prayed, have mercy on me. But his cry was lost in the silence of God. And then, suddenly, his advice comes like a commandment of salvation. Keep your mind in hell and do not despair.